All right. Hey, everybody. This is Kim Andersack. I'm with the South Carolina Homeschooling Connection, and I am your self-appointed busybody of homeschooling in South Carolina. And I have a new resource. I love to collect information and find cool opportunities for us. And I have been in contact with, your name is Lauren? Uh,
Lauretta Osho.
Lauretta Osho. And
Yeah.
she is doing a research project that I think would be a great opportunity for homeschoolers to get involved in. And so let's start a little bit and chat with Loretta and find out more about who you are and what inspires you to start this kind of a project for us.
Okay. My name is Lauretta Osho, like we said earlier, and I am a mother of four. I'm married, and I'm from Nigeria originally. Well, I'm still from Nigeria, but I came to the US in 2022 to obtain a PhD in education. Prior to my PhD, I have homeschooled three of my four kids for 5.5 years, like 5 years, 7 months to be precise. And I had to stop homeschooling because of PhD.
Yeah.
Partly because I was joining my husband in the US, who was already in the US 2.5 years prior to me coming to join him. And I've always wanted to do a PhD, but I couldn't join him for those 2.5 years because of the visa requirements and all that. But the moment I got the PhD admission, I was able to join him. And homeschooling has been a passion for me. I feel I have missed out a lot on homeschooling. So when I started my research part of the PhD program, the only thing that comes to mind is homeschooling because my mind is still there. And my advisor said, "You talk too much about homeschooling, so go ahead and do it." And I said, "Thank you." I didn't actually know it was a thing to study about until I met a huge homeschool researcher, Dr. Ray, and he told me about homeschooling research is out there. It's just not popular.
Right.
People people don't really like the topic so much because they see it's a controversial topic. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
So,
It
well,
can be a
pretty much
little
I've come.
it can
Mhm.
be a little bit controversial, but it's also just hard to get homeschoolers to come out and participate in research too. So
Yeah.
that makes it difficult because they're just like either busy or suspicious. Who's
Yeah,
doing
that
research
that
for
I am experiencing right now. Yeah.
right. And
Mhm.
so yeah, so one of the things that we had talked about before was how part of what you're trying to do is give, academia kind of a peek into what works in homeschooling. And so I think that's a really cool, motivation. So
Yeah.
so that's part of the purpose of this study is to try to help, give a little bit more authority and respect about what homeschooling can accomplish, but also the information is really good and useful for us too, because we're going to be able to see what you come up with and be able to share that kind of information back to the homeschooling community. So I'm pretty excited about what you've got going on. And so we put together, you've got this little flyer here. So if you're a homeschooler and you're in South Carolina and you're currently teaching your child to read, then that's who we're looking for. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. So tell us more about what you're going to be doing and what people have to do if they're gonna, participate with you.
Okay, so I will start from how I came to this point.
Yep.
Like I said initially, my advisor thought that I'm going to conferences and all I'm presenting is homeschooling, conferences for early childhood education, and all I'm talking about is homeschooling. And then she said, "Go ahead, that's your passion. Go ahead and." So I've always wanted to have homeschoolers to be heard. And I've read a lot of literatures about homeschooling. People are writing about homeschooling, but we have two kinds of literatures. Those who are homeschool critics who believe homeschool should not be a thing. Homeschool is destroying children's lives. That's what they believe, and their rights, while the others are talking about the good about homeschooling. And I have searched in all those literature, and I haven't seen how, I believe that if you empower a child by teaching them how to read, you have empowered them to learn how to learn.
Mhm.
So you have given them a skill for life. And who can go about without reading? You get cheated, um you are not privileged in any way, but when you are empowered to read, you have all the skill that you need. So I felt that reading was an important aspect of homeschooling that should be heard, how homeschoolers are making these decisions and how they're making these practices. Because I have read in all the literatures, I've seen reading literatures on homeschooling, but what they're doing mostly is comparing homeschoolers with traditionally schooled children, how homeschoolers might not be good in this aspect of reading, but might be good in that aspect. But that's not what I want people to see. I want to see, how are homeschoolers practicing this reading? Are they actually teaching their children to read? What curriculum are they indulging to teach their children to read? And what are the instructional practices like pedagogy that they're using to teach their children to read? And I believe that these need to be heard. And I cannot speak for the whole of America because there's just one me, and this is just my dissertation. But let's start with South Carolina, which is right now where I reside. And so let's see, what are homeschoolers doing? How are they choosing curriculums? How are they doing the instructions? I already have started. I've done 3 interviews, and it's so exciting how different people have different perspectives based on their individual child.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that's what I'm doing. So to participate, I think I'll run you through the ethical part of it so you understand
Yep.
if you're interested in not. So first of all, you are going to be de-identified from the information. So I'm going to interview you. I'm going to record. The interview is a maximum of 1 hour, but the people I have interviewed so far, I haven't gotten to 40 minutes. But we just put it at 1 hour, worst case scenario. Sometimes you get carried away with the gist, and then you forget the focus because I'm so excited about talking to homeschoolers. And so that 1 hour, I will record the interviews, not because I'm going to play your voice to anybody, but because I want to get all the information again. I have to go and listen to it over and over, transcribe it,
Mhm.
remove your name, but we will need your demographic information, like age, like what part of South Carolina you're speaking from, but your name or anything that will identify you with any data would be detached from the whole analysis. And at the end of the day, I am going to present it before a committee of academics who might not necessarily like homeschooling, but what I hear them always say is that homeschoolers are only punishing their children, pulling them out of social life, and not teaching them anything, just letting them play at home. So I want them to see these are what homeschoolers are doing. And then it goes beyond the academia. I'm going to, at the end of the day, publish this information so that the world sees it, but it goes through a process. It goes through a process for a couple of months, approvals here and there. And so I'll publish it, and you will have a copy if you're participating. You'll have a copy of the final results, so you will hear what other homeschoolers are saying. You'll be able to maybe figure out who you are in the midst of the whole thing. You might be able to figure out, you might not be able to figure out who you are because you find some similar responses.
Mhm.
So my focus is 25 participants,
Yep.
but we could do a little more or a little less, depending on how your responses are. But I'd like for you to sign up, and I'm thankful to
Yep.
Ms. Kim, who's
Right.
helping out on this. She would give you a link to sign up if you get interested in the
Yep.
in being a
That's yeah,
part of
and
the
yeah,
study.
you've got a schedule to sign up here. That's what that link is right there. That click here.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
it's
go
for
to
the
that.
whole of the month of January and February.
Right. So there's dates to pick from here to get an
Yeah,
appointment for
yeah. So
giving your
the dates
interview
that
and
have been picked are those that I have done so far.
mhm.
I mean, and those that have signed up and are waiting for me to
Yes.
interview them.
Yeah, and we just need to get 25 people who want to do this and help you
Yeah.
out so that we can
Mhm.
find out what information you come up with.
Yes.
I'm so excited to find out what you've got in store. So,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
all
I'm
right.
excited too.
Yes.
So if I would say a little more, but I mean, interviewing the three people I have interviewed is so exciting to know that somebody picks this curriculum because I have tried this and this and this. It didn't work for this particular child, which is the flexibility we have in homeschooling. It's not that flexible in a school system. And some said I tried others. And then I remembered the one my mother used for me
Mhm.
when she homeschooled me. And I pulled it out and it's working for my kid. And why not? Why
Right.
not? Let's use what works for the kid and let's help them learn how to read out there. There might be more about homeschooling, but my focus is just reading, learning to
All right.
read.
Learning to read.
Yeah.
Yes. And so,
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm really excited about this project and I am gonna try to help you get the word out. And so
Thank you
we'll,
so much.
we'll be in
I
touch.
appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I
And thanks
appreciate it.
everybody. Help spread the word. Get the information out. We've only got a month to try to help her find enough people to participate in this really cool project
Yay.
opportunity. So
I'm
thanks.
excited.